I wake up most mornings between 6:30 and 7 a.m. and the first thing I do is I have a glass of water. I open up the blinds in my room. I am very lucky to have a ton of natural light, so I kind of wake up with the sun. My number one priority in the morning is this little doggy. He knows the sound of his food bowl, and that's his alarm to wake up. While he's eating his breakfast, I make my bed. This is a weighted blanket I've been using for the last few months. I really like it. At first, I hated it, but it just took some getting used to. And now I love it. Every single morning, I lace up my tennis shoes and get out of the house and go for a long walk. I put on my visor, my coat, grab my keys, and I live in Los Angeles, so most days of the year, the weather is pretty ideal and perfect. And Samson loves to walk, so he's happy, I'm happy. I've been a lifelong walker. Even before I had Samson, I've always been someone who would get up in the mornings and go for a walk first thing. It just brings me a lot of mental well-being. It's good for setting structure for my day. As someone who works from home and works for myself, it's just a good way to kind of get things moving first thing. And when I walk, I usually tell myself affirmations, or I listen to an inspiring podcast. Sometimes I listen to YouTube videos, but I try to keep it pretty positive just to kind of feed myself good things first thing in the morning. Before we continue, I want to thank today's sponsor, Albert. If you guys don't know Albert, it is a new type of financial service that uses powerful technology to help you reach your financial goals. Traditional banks charge insane overdraft fees, and Albert does not charge maintenance fees or make you hold a minimum balance. The Albert app gives 5 to 20% cash back on purchases from places we all go, like Target, Starbucks, Whole Foods. I'm using it today for my little Sephora shopping trip. And what I love is that Albert automatically moves money into my savings account, sometimes as small as a few dollars at a time, but it adds up quickly and I use that as my fun money. They also have a team of experts called Genius where you can ask them questions to make your financial goals happen. Click the link in the description box or go to albert.com/The Carla Project to download the Albert app today. That's albert.com/The Carla Project. For a limited time, when you open a checking account and connect a qualifying direct deposit, you'll get $150. I set a timer for 10 minutes and I try to empty my thoughts, focus on the breath. I've done lots of different meditation over the years, but at this point, if I can get 10 minutes just trying to quiet my mind, my day goes better and I'm happier. Now it is time for a little bit of reading. I usually pick some sort of spiritual literature or a self-help book. Right now I'm reading a book called Calling in the One. It's really, really good. I'm loving it. So I read a chapter a day and that takes me about 10 minutes. There's a great book called The Miracle Morning, I think is what it's called. And he says to set a timer for 10 minutes, do affirmations, visualization, reading, writing. So I kind of base my morning routine off of that. I spend 10 minutes writing, and I actually got the idea for the Carla project from one of my morning writing sessions. So it's a good way to just kind of get everything out of your head. And even if you just write, I don't know what to write, do it for 10 minutes and you'll see stream of consciousness start to just pour out of you. And I find it's really good for creativity. Even though I've already gone for a walk for the day, I do 10 minutes of exercise because I am not in shape and I'm trying to get in shape. I pick a beginner-friendly workout video and These fish is trying to kill me, okay? I'm like, how is this beginner? Are you sure? Because I end up taking a lot of breaks about 3 minutes in. But I'm starting to see a difference, and it feels so good and it's doable. 10-minute beginner-friendly workout videos, YouTube. Nice work. All right, next. So don't penalize It's coffee time. Yay. I do a decaf espresso in the mornings, and it is such a treat. It really is just so delightful. As someone who is super caffeine sensitive, I gave up caffeine and even decaf for a couple of years. This is really nice to be able to have this in the morning. So I add a little bit of collagen powder to my espresso, and then I also use an adaptogen. It's by a company called Four Sigmatic. I add that to my espresso, and then I just let it sit so it gets to kind of room temperature, and I go on and make my breakfast for the day. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day because I get to have a piece of fruit. I am definitely living that low-carb lifestyle. I don't eat sugar, I don't eat flour. It doesn't agree with my body. So I just have some protein for breakfast, some fruit, and my little iced coffee drink. Time to clean myself up, taking a shower, and getting dressed fully for the day. Groundbreaking. So if I were to break my morning routine up into 3 parts, it would be part 1, morning walk. That's 45 minutes to an hour. Part 2 is the self-care portion where I do my reading, my writing, my meditation, and that's anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. And then this new part, it's like literally a groundbreaking new habit where I get ready for the day. Working from home, it doesn't matter if no one is going to see me but Samson. I get dressed for myself and I feel better for it. I always feel better when I take an extra 20 minutes to comb my hair, draw on my eyebrows, put on a little bit of lip gloss. Just those few little things. It doesn't take a lot of time, but the impact that it makes is huge. I just feel put together, and that makes me feel good about myself. So it's a new thing that I'm really trying to do every morning, is just take a little time for my appearance so that I can just feel physically like I look my best. In these warmer months, I do my Americano over ice, and I like to use this glass jar that has a lid, and I add a little bit of milk to it. So altogether, it's a shot of espresso, collagen, my adaptogen, a little bit of milk, cinnamon, and some Splenda. Give it a good shake, and it's heavenly. It is heaven on earth. It is that delicious. Take a few minutes to straighten up the kitchen, and now it's time to start my full-time job of petting Samson. This goes on for the next 8 hours without stopping. That's what I do for a living, you guys. Thanks for watching this week's video. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next week.